You've probably heard that stingrays are venomous, but have you ever wondered what's actually inside a stingray stinger? How does it work? And why does it hurt so much? Beneath the calm waters of our oceans lies a hidden biological weapon, one that has fascinated and terrified humans for centuries. Today, we're diving deep into the mysterious world of stingrays to uncover the secrets of their infamous stinger. Along its edges, you'll find a series of backward-facing serrations. These tiny, saw-like teeth make the stinger incredibly difficult to remove once it's embedded in flesh. You see, stingrays don't just stab their attackers, they also inject them with a potent venom. The barb is typically found about 1/3 of the way down the ray's tail. It's designed to cause intense pain, muscle cramps, and in some cases, can even affect heart function. However, the potency of the venom can vary greatly between species. These are purely defensive weapons, used only when the ray feels threatened. In fact, most stingray species are quite docile and will only sting as a last resort. The infamous death of Steve Irwin, the beloved crocodile hunter, was an extremely rare occurrence. They're important predators, helping to control populations of smaller fish and invertebrates. Some species, like the small-toothed sawfish, a close relative of stingrays, are critically endangered. Conservation efforts are underway to protect these unique and important animals. Many species are also prey for larger predators like sharks, helping to maintain the balance of ocean food webs. Some, like the blue-spotted stingray, are known for having particularly powerful venom, while others are less dangerous to humans. These fascinating creatures come in a wide range of sizes. They're an important part of our ocean ecosystems, and they deserve our respect and protection. After all, in the grand scheme of things, we're the visitors in their world. Let's make sure we treat it, and them, with the care and consideration they deserve. It's a complex structure that combines a sharp, serrated barb with a sophisticated venom delivery system. While it's certainly not something you'd want to experience firsthand, understanding how it works can give us a greater appreciation for these remarkable creatures. Look beyond its infamous stinger and see the incredible adaptations that have allowed these animals to thrive for millions of years. They don't seek out confrontations with humans or other animals. In fact, most stingray injuries occur when people accidentally step on rays buried in the sand. That's why it's always a good idea to do the stingray shuffle when walking in shallow waters where stingrays might be present. They've survived mass extinctions and adapted to changing environments. And through it all, their stinger has remained an effective defense against predators. From their flattened bodies perfect for gliding through the water, to their eyes positioned on top of their heads for spotting prey and predators, stingrays are marvels of evolution. The smallest species, like the short-tail stingray, can be as small as 10 inches across. On the other end of the spectrum, we have giants like the giant oceanic manta ray, which can reach widths of up to 29 feet and weigh over 3,000 pounds. That's about the size of a small school bus. The backward-facing serrations on the barb make it difficult to remove, which means the venom continues to be pumped into the wound for as long as the stinger remains embedded. When threatened, a stingray can whip its tail upwards and forwards with incredible speed and precision. This motion drives the barb into the attacker, simultaneously injecting venom through grooves that run along the length of the stinger. This venom is produced in specialized glands located at the base of the stinger. It's nature's version of a barbed fishing hook, designed to cause maximum damage to any potential predator. Stingrays are known for their flat, diamond-shaped bodies and long, whip-like tails. Well, that depends on the species of stingray. Some of the smallest stingrays, like the Atlantic stingray, have barbs that are only about an inch long. But the largest species, like the giant freshwater stingray, can have stingers that reach up to 15 inches in length. Generally, larger species tend to have larger and more powerful stingers. However, it's worth noting that even small stingrays can deliver a painful sting if provoked. That's longer than your average kitchen knife. But it's what's at the end of that tail that really catches our attention. The stingray's stinger, also called a barb, is a formidable defense mechanism that has evolved over millions of years. But what exactly is inside this natural weapon, and how does it work? Let's start by taking a closer look at the stinger itself. A stingray's barb is actually a modified scale that has become elongated and sharp. It's made of a tough, flexible material called vasodentin, which is similar to the dentin found in our teeth. This gives the stinger its strength and durability. But the barb isn't just a simple spike. Now, you might be wondering, how big is a stingray stinger? But the size of the stinger isn't the only factor that makes it dangerous. The real threat comes from what's inside. So, how do stingrays actually sting? Where is the stinger located? The venom itself is a complex cocktail of proteins and other compounds. But do all stingrays have venom? The answer is yes, all known species of stingrays possess venomous stingers. It's important to note that stingrays don't use their stingers for hunting. Now, let's talk about the size of stingrays themselves. The size of a stingray can have a significant impact on the size and potency of its stinger. Despite their fearsome reputation, stingrays play a crucial role in marine ecosystems. Unfortunately, many stingray species are facing threats from overfishing and habitat destruction. So, the next time you're at the beach or visiting an aquarium, take a moment to appreciate the stingray. Remember, while their stingers are indeed formidable weapons, stingrays are not aggressive animals. In conclusion, the stingray stinger is a fascinating example of nature's ingenuity. From the smallest Atlantic stingray to the massive giant oceanic manta ray, these animals have been swimming in our oceans for over 150 million years. So the next time you hear about stingrays, remember, there's so much more to these animals than just their sting.